Okay, power rule. So, or referred to sometimes as power to a power. So we have x to the a raised to the b power. So now this is where we multiply them. So if you notice the difference from yesterday, you added them. Today, when it's power to a power and they're separated by a parenthesis like that, then you multiply them. So this is 3 times 2, x to the 6th power, not x to the 5th power. So obviously today is going to be a lot more confusing than yesterday because you have two rules that are very similar. Okay, and then to go further, when we have a square on the outside like this, it distributes in. So what we have here is we have -2 squared, which becomes a +4, and then this 5 times 2 becomes m to the 10th, and then this m cubed tags along. Now we apply yesterday's rule because we no longer have parentheses, so that becomes 4m to the 13th. Okay, on to today's worksheet. We have 2 pages that we'll be doing, and I will fly through these. So again, our rule is that we are now multiplying. So when we start very basic, to the 2 raised to the 5th power becomes x to the 10th. And like I said on that last example on our previous page, this 4 actually distributes in. So we become m to the 28th and n to the 16th. And one more time, this is 3 times 1, because that's c to the 1st power. So it's c cubed. 2 times 3 is d to the 6th. Okay, now when we're going here, we're now going to do the same thing. We're going to apply it to both. So we have 5 squared is 25. And 7 times 2 is x to the 14th. And now this is where you might need a calculator because you need to know what 2 to the 5th is. 2 to the 5th is 32. And then we have our x squared times 5, which is x to the 10th, and y to the 1 times 5, which is y to the 5th. Moving right along, I'm going to keep throwing as many examples at you as I can. -2 squared becomes 4, and then that becomes 4 times 2 is p to the 8th, and 6 times 2 is q to the 12th. Here again, you would want a calculator. Since this is the 4th power, it's an even, so you have -4 times itself 4 times, which is 256. And then c to the 3rd raised to the 4th power is c to the 12th, and then d to the 16th. Now here, because you have -3 multiplied by itself 3 times, you end up with a -27. And then 3 times 2, x to the 6th. And last one here. So you would be multiplying here. When this cube comes here, 1/2 raised to the 3rd power becomes 1/2 times 1/2, which is 1/4 times 1/2 again. You end up down at an 1/8, and then you finish your multiplying. Again, it distributes to everything. So you end up with 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 3 is 12, 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, we'll do a couple down here and then turn you loose. So cubed, so we have x to the 9th, 3 times 3, y to the 9th, but then this drops down, so this is where you're going to have to show some steps. And so I did this because now we have 2 parts. Okay, whenever we have 2 parts like this, I should see some sort of intermediate step. So now we go back to the previous rule. 9 plus 1 is 10. 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay, on 11, since we're raising it to an even number, this negative will end up canceling out. So we have a cubed here, and we have a to the 8th because we have 2 times 4, and then b to the 4th. And then we go back and apply our previous rule from yesterday. That becomes a to the 11th, b to the 4th. I'm going to jump down here to 14 and 15. Now we're throwing in this addition sign, so you have to be careful. So 2 cubed, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, and then 2 times 3, a to the 6. And then over here, we're adding 3, and then there's no power to a power here. So now we go back to yesterday's rule, and you do your product rule, 4 plus 2, a to the 6, and then those combine, 11 a to the 6. Okay, and last one we'll do, 3 to the 4th is 81, and then x cubed to the 4th power is x to the 12th, y to the 4th, and then we're going to subtract 7 squared is 49, x to the 5th raised to the 2nd power is x to the 10th, and then y squared, and then this x squared, y squared drops down. Now we simplify on this side, we go back to our product rule, and we're going to subtract 49 x to the 12th, y to the 4th. So you have 81 x squared, y to the 4th, minus 49 x to the 12th, y to the 4th. And since that matches, we can subtract them, and that ends up with 32 x to the 12th, y to the 4th. So in addition to the 15, well, really 13 because we skipped these two, everything we did here, you need to turn in. And then this is actually a 1-page document because I only uploaded 1 page of it. So your assignment is 1 through 21 on this Unit 6 homework 2. Have a great day.